it turns out that you take something as upsetting and as frustrating as being not appreciated and being not renewed for staff, and how scared and frustrated you were at the time, and realized that it was one of the best things that could have ever happened to you, because it changed the whole course of my life, and I've made lemonade from those lemons.
I remember when we first started working together at the sanctuary, and you would just be like, I just feel so good when I come here. Like, it's such a different experience than when I used to go into my office, like into the hospital.
Or even in my own office.
Yeah.
When I came to the sanctuary, it was it was like, it was just breathing. You could breathe and you could sense just the model and the tension. And yeah, it's been the greatest thing. And I think that, for the 400 or so families that I've delivered outside of the hospital, and for maybe the 500 and some families that I've touched before, some that had to be transferred out of care, they all felt respected. They've all had, they all haven't had perfect outcomes, but they've all been really, really happy with their care that they've been given. And I can't say that was the case when I was practicing in the hospital. I was the same guy, but I was practicing within a model that didn't allow me to do the things that I should be doing, and how to respect autonomy. And as Brad Boots Taylor says, shared decision making, and being able to give people information and respect that their decision might not be the same one that another couple might make, and not having to treat everybody by an algorithm or by the hospital's model of how obstetrics should be cared for. Because the hospital doesn't have my interest or the patient's interest at heart. That's not their priority. Their priority is to get through the day and get babies in the bassinet and move on, like it was when I was a resident.
Yeah. And I think the other thing is, this model helps you develop a relationship with the families and be more yourself and more connected to them. And that inevitably has people more satisfied with the experience, where in the medical model, you're kind of taught to be a little bit more distant and,
right. And now the shift mentality of current medical practice makes it even less satisfying. So I really like interacting with my clients, but then in the medical model, when you have to do volume because you're paid poorly by insurance companies and your overhead is high, you don't have the time to do that. And so you cut things short. You cut corners. You've got one foot in the door, or out the door, excuse me, when you're trying to talk to somebody and they want to go off on a tangent about something, and you know that you've got 3 more people in the waiting room.
You're like, I gotta go.
Right. Gotta go. Now we don't have to do that.